Hey, it's Brook. Let's talk about playing in a key. I'm going to pick an easy key, the key of C. There's a lot of my students that don't really know what that means. Key of C. What are we talking about? Let's make it easy. Let's find some C notes on your guitar. So if we say, hey, we're in the key of C, there's a good chance you're going to need to know what a C note is. I know that sounds kind of silly, but let's find a couple of them. Like in a C chord, you've got second string, first fret is a C, and then fifth string, third fret is another C, and they are found in the chord of C. So I would focus on finding those notes first. Let's do a few more while we're at it. Let's add third string, fifth fret. So you could compare those. You'll find these are identical. Got a low one, a high one, another high one. That's fifth fret, third string. Then we got two at the eighth fret, one on the first string, one on the sixth string. Got a low C and a really high C over here. Got brand new strings. I'm going to make sure I'm tuned as I go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eighth fret, sixth string is a low C, like this one. Then you got two of these, and this really high guy. The really high one. So I'll call this high C. There's another one there. 10th fret, 4th string. And then the whole pattern starts over again at 13th fret. So I know that's a lot of information, but you should definitely be finding those. Be sniffing out your notes up and down the neck. That's kind of do or die. You got to know your notes. You just have to. If you really want to understand what the heck's happening, if you want to be in on the conversation, don't neglect finding the notes on your guitar. Thanks. Anyhow, so now let's do a C major scale, which is really nice because there's no sharps or flats. It's the alphabet starting with C, going A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, which is like your do, re, mi sound. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So let's look at those notes. You got your C, fifth string, third fret. That's a tongue twister. C is your first note of the scale. And you do need to refer to them by number, the first or the root. It's also called the tonal center. Your second note in the key of C is the D, which we can hit our open D string with the fourth string. Open D, our second note. C, D, and then our third note is E, which is fourth string, second fret. So you got three notes. C, E, D, C, E, D. You can do it backwards. E, D, C. The fourth note is the F, which is fourth string, third fret. That's the fourth note of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Kind of sounds like Johnny Cash or something. In fact, you will find many songs inside of the scale. So it kind of is like learn the scale and you'll be ready to do everything. So we made it up to the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is open G. The fifth The fifth note in the scale is G. There's the third string open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and play it. Play at your own speed. Maybe real slow. 1. Get ready for the 2. Go for it. 2. The 3, which is E. The 4. 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is A. That's your third string, second fret. A is the sixth note of the scale. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is A. So I'm going kind of slow, just I don't want anybody to get left behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is the second string, open B. 7. B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 8 is the octave, like octopus or octagon. That's another C, a high C, a higher C than this one, an octave higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is kind of the equivalent of 1 because we're back to C, only it's higher. So you can go up the scale, down the scale. Is that too close? How about the right hand? I missed. I call this my hillbilly zoom. I'm on a chair with wheels. I go back a little bit. All right, now let's get wild. For each chord, or each note of the scale, we're going to make a chord. So the first chord in the key of C, we're going to build it off of a C note. It is the C chord. So if we say, hey, we're in the key of C, start on the 1. What does that mean? It means hit your C chord. The 2 chord will be based on the second note of the key of C, which is D, but we have to make it minor because if it's going to be D, D minor. If we make it major, there's an F sharp in that chord. F sharp is not in the key of C, so we flat that, which is the third of D. Flat that, got your D minor. Add that to your C chord. Do a 2-chord song. All right, that's the 1 and the 2. 1, 2, the 3 is E. The third note in the key of C is E, so we're going to make an E minor. If we made it major, you'd have a G sharp note. G sharp is not in the key of C, so we're going to flat it, make it a minor. Just how it works. I didn't make this up. I'm just telling you how it goes. All right, it's C, D minor, E minor. Let's go backwards. E minor, D minor, and C. So that's our 1, our 2, and our 3. 1, 2, 3, C, D, E, F is the 4. So we're going to make an F major 7th. That's just kind of a good way to do an F right now. It's like your F, A, C, and an open E. So that's our 4 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, F. F major 7th chord. So in a chord, you might call out a song, hey, let's do a song in the key of C. We're going to go from 1 to 4. It'd be like 1 to the 4, to the 1, to the 4, 1, 4, 1, to the 4. Very stable, calm sound, isn't it? The 1 to the 4 kind of doesn't have a lot of tension. It's a very soft sound. So if you want to write a song that's got a kind of a calming quality, you might use the 1 to the 4. But I know we're curious about more chords, so let's add the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's G. So for the 5, we often make it a dominant 7, so it's going to be a G7 chord. That's just the way it is. This note here, the F in the G7 chord, kind of wants to pull you back to the C, because that's kind of a tense sound. Like the 1 to the 4 was very calming. At that 5, makes you want to go home to the 1. So the 1, 4, 5 is, those are the 3 fundamental chords of the key of C. So millions of songs are going to be based on the 1, 4, 5 of any key, but we're dealing with C right now. 1, 5, 4, 1, 1, 5, 4. So that's really important to think about 1, 4, 5. Let's go to the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's an A note. That's one of those minor guys, because if it's major, you're going to have a C sharp note in there. Doesn't fit the key of C very well, so we're going to flat it, make it minor. A minor, just like a C chord, except your ring finger swings. So these 2 fingers can stay in the same place. Got a nice sound. So that's our 6 chord, A minor. Let's do a 1, 6, 4, 5. 1, 6, 4, 5. 1, 6, 4, 5. 1, 6, 4, 5. 1, 6, 4, 5. So we got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7 is kind of a strange chord. I've seen books that just omit the 7 chord. You know, they'll show you the chords in the key of C and leave this one out. I've talked to really pretty darn popular guys have played like in jazz clubs since the 40s and toured the country. I'm like, dude, what is the 7 chord? And they're like, I don't know. This is a real thing. I've talked to lots of really good guitar teachers that are like, I have no idea. And so I like this chord because it's mysterious and weird and rare. It's got a weird name, a weird shape, and a weird sound. And you'll see it in sheet music once in a while, but not that often. So I like it because it's kind of elusive. I call it the Bigfoot chord because it's, you know, some people don't even think it exists. We got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we need a B. A B minor doesn't work because you got an F sharp in there. F sharp's not in the key. Or a B major doesn't work because that's got an F sharp and a D sharp. So So that doesn't work. B7 doesn't work because it's got a D sharp and an F sharp in it. Okay, get ready. Here it is. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a B minor 7 flat 5. All right. Not a big deal. It's just, I think it's interesting that a lot of people don't even know it exists. So it's your middle finger on the B note, ring finger on the A, pinky on the D on the second string, and then index finger on this flatted fifth and F on the first string. Let's do that again. Let's do it the other way. Index finger on first string, first fret, pinky, second string, third fret, ring, third string, second fret, A, and middle goes to the fifth string, second fret. Of course, that has kind of a nightmarish sound. You know, if people say, I want some camping songs, some campfire songs. Okay, let's hear this. Sounds like a clown is going to come out of the woods and murder everybody. It's just a weird chord. But it does belong into the key. And that's going to now this creates tension. Let's not be terrified by a tense sound. Because a tense sound usually just wants to resolve back to the 1. So let's do them all in a row. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice it's getting a little tense. 7, and back to the 1. So that 7 just takes you home. It's just trying to get home. Every note is just trying to break out back to C. So I enjoy that. It's interesting. So those are the 7 chords in the key of C. So I would recommend working on your scale, working on those chords. Then you can put those chords in different orders. You know, you can do anything. You can go like 7 to a 2, to a 5, to a 3, to a 2, to a 6, to a 5, a 4, a 7, and a 1. And you make up your own song and do any order you want. But a lot of songs are just in really simple patterns, like 1, 5, 6, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5. So yeah, it's just going to be getting used to finding those. But first, I want you to just get used to the chords, the fingering, and the scale. And let me know if you're having fun with that, and we'll add some more. This is Old Brookie saying thanks for listening and playing along. Don't forget to practice every gall dang day. See you later.